Alright everybody, welcome back to some more Cobblemon adventures. It is I, Xilestar, and today you might notice that this might be a little bit different, as you can probably tell by the outside. And that, pretty much. So I wanted to mention pretty much what we, like where we are, pretty much. You can probably already tell, based off of how I've been talking about other stuff before. But this is the single player world that I used to test out the sort of just the Cobblemon mod kind of thing. So as you can see, like this sort of like was the reason between me like doing the whole structure thing. Like look at this. Structure, 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 and then village, and then structure again, structure again, structure again. That's the whole reason why I made the whole spaced out thing. And some of these are from mods that I was just randomly adding in, hoping to have like to see if anything would make sense. And nothing really ended up like sparking that much interest. I think one of these areas here, down in this area. Yeah, imagine playing this and this is what you see for the most part. That's why I don't like Corviknight that much. But yeah. But I think it was over here, if I am indeed correct. Am I over water? Yeah. Is it over here? Was this before I had the mod installed? No, here it is. Yeah. So this is the Twilight Forest. Yeah, so I'm still playing around with the world kind of thing. But yeah, I was obviously like doing something with Rosaria Base. I was hoping to bring it back so it's like, oh hey, this will be like the one building that goes between like the different like servers kind of thing. Like this might appear in Pixelmon, this might appear in Cobblemon, this might appear in like the Circuit Craft kind of thing. Like it was going to be really cool, but then I decided that that's not really what I want, and so I kind of canned that idea really quick. So this was before this happened, kind of deal. So this was sort of like what I wanted, and I'm just going to go creative mode just to show it off a little bit. So at some point I would, you know what, I'll go spectator. Why not? Just to show it off. So this was the original, and then that was just me fooling around. I think one of these is supposed to be like the whole thing, but even. So it just like adds an extra block to the side. And the other one is just supposed to be like an alternate version. But yeah, so this is what I mean though. Like this is the version I want, where all the barrels are like that. I like to find that look. To me, that looks a lot better than what it was before. It looks a ton better. The only thing is that, like, I think I found, yeah, these are not done like the others, so I'm going to have to change that. But, like, this is going to be the new Rosaria base, pretty much. But that's pretty much like this, though. There's a random Aegislash over here? Man, jeez. But yeah, I think this has Terralith, or this was before I had Terralith or something like that. One of the two. See, like, look at this. Like, look how many structures are just within this area. Isn't it F3G? Yeah, like, look at this. Like, that's a chunk. This is, like, between, like, 4 chunks. And then this is another one. And then you have the rune portal right there. Like, that's 4 structures right there. That's 4 structures. Based off of just these 4 alone. And I think this might be something else. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think I put that there. But then here's like a Gimmighoul ruin thing over here. And then there is... that's from Tinker's Construct. That we never actually put in. And then that's from a different mod. I don't think I have it anymore. And then, like, look at this. Structure, 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 structure. Like, this might be a Tinker's Construct thing. Oh, no, it's not. But, and then this was a different one that apparently requires... This was a different Cobblemon village mod that... Or village data pack, sorry. That required... That requires, like, another mod to finish building. And, honestly, I didn't read that it required another mod. So, yeah. This has hoppers? Yo, I could have had free hoppers and anvils if I just mined this area. Man. Maybe if I would have looked. Yeah. Wait, does it say it? Yeah, so you can see, like, that one. Yeah. I never liked it. And then this is where I grabbed the Professor Oak building. I grabbed this one, I think, with... Did I use... I might have used the structure block, or I'm trying to think, did I use the structure block, or did I use Amulet for it? Then I moved it over there, and then that's how that worked. And there's also this building over here. And then there's also this. I think this one was the first one I went to for this, and I was like, there's enemies in here kind of thing. I think that having select enemies is probably a little bit better, or having select areas be for enemies than just having like, oh yeah, by the way, you can just put a pillager farm over here kind of thing. What is that? Oh, that might be a space plum thing. Is it a space plum thing? No, you don't detect it? And it makes sense. But yeah, but like, look how many structures this is. That's why I thought that maybe having them more spaced out would be better. I'm guessing the spaced out, like when it spaced them out, it spaced them out too far. So like... Yeah, then this one was a different thing. And this is where I got the free second backpack, was like a mob from here. Had it, and I was like, whoa, that's pretty cool. And then I thought this looked really cool, too. This is like a pillager thing. It looked really nice. I really liked it. I want to be able to build terrain like this, like specifically just for Sanctuaria, just having terrain like this. That would look awesome. But I'm not good at that. But yeah, so like I ended up going back a little bit on topic to this. Yeah, so like that was going to be the original base for when we started Cobblemon, and then I dethroned that, and then I said, you know what, I kind of like the Professor Oak collab a little bit, but I want to change the block palette. And so that's what I did. So I changed it to this because I figured that having mangrove would cause fires, and I thought that we might be in a little area. And then I found out that... So I don't know if this is just my way of thinking. Wait, why is this pink? Oh, that was weird. So this might be just my way of thinking, or maybe I misinterpreted how it worked. But for some odd reason, I thought that lightning rods absorb all of the lightning so it doesn't cause fires around, like if there's wooden blocks around. I was wrong about that. Because this house burned like 3 times because I thought that for some odd reason there was like an overworld fire type that was somehow setting fire onto my base before I literally was over here putting stuff around from different mods kind of thing, and that's what these are for. Pretty much. I think this is literally just so I can have my backpack and stuff. Oh, this is my TMs, yeah. So like I was trying to figure out like what was going on, and I was like storing my TMs from that one mod over here, and then no, that was way before, but I think I was like storing items in here from the Generations mod, and then all of a sudden I saw a lightning strike here, and I saw fire appearing out of nowhere, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, okay, that doesn't make any sense. So what I ended up doing differently was that I put pressure plates, and I manually did the /summon lightning bolt, and it didn't cause any fires. So I'm guessing I solved it. But I was like, how does that make sense? A wooden pressure plate is non-flammable than a block of it. Doesn't make any sense. And this was just so I had like a 32, I think, by 32 plot of land like that, so I can actually do what I want with this. I know like how far I can go with it, kind of thing. Yeah, so this is like how the platform looks. It's that's what our platform looks like, pretty much. But yeah, then I can also show off like what I was trying to do, maybe, or should I just? Because I'm not gonna do it anymore. I kind of gave up on that, but I'm gonna change it. I'm changing it. Unless this world doesn't have that change. Oh no, there it is. So I wanted to change it to be a tower. You can see the different models I was using. So one of these is the original. I think it is not that one. It was, I think, this one, I think. Or one of these. So I went online, found something, and I was like, you know what? I want to convert this into my base. So I ended up trying to get it to work. And lo and behold, yeah, you can kind of see like what it's based off of. And I sort of gave up though, but I gave it a good effort though. Like I got up to like, this is how far I've built for it. Like, okay, those stairs are weird. They are not where they're supposed to be. Oh, I see how it did it. Okay, because I only worked on one side of the exterior, so that's probably where it's based off of. But yeah, look at this. Like, but you can also very much tell that I did not really like go too far into like making this look very nice. But I tried. And I sort of gave up halfway through because I was like, you know what, this place does not look any good. So then I tried to, I think, use the same building, but then I was trying to make my changes to work with it, and then I just gave up on that. So then I was like, you know what? I don't really like it. I think there was also a bunch of fluff on the build as well. Like there was like unnecessary height for no reason. So I changed it. But yeah, but as you can see though, like the plot of land, that's how big it is. And I think it's like 3 of the 32 by 32 plot. No, I think it's like, it's 2 by 3 of the structure blocks in terms of just the raft itself. And I thought that was insane. So I went over here instead to stay away from the tower because I did not like it anymore. And I think I built my new base over here. So this is where I was playing around with the different like build styles, or not build styles, but I was like building up like what I kind of wanted kind of thing for this. And I was like, okay, this looks kind of cool. And then I built this monstrosity, and then like this became the new one, obviously. And I was like, you know what, this one looks really good. And then this one was the original but with the slight changes kind of thing, and I thought this one looks kind of nice, but like I didn't like how the farm looked. And then like I wanted a balcony kind of thing. Like I've always just liked the look of having like a little like balcony / deck kind of thing. So I was like, you know what, I kind of want that. So I was like, okay, maybe if I like structure block this up one and then see if that works. But apparently when you structure block / amulet this pasture block, it breaks. Like it doesn't register anything anymore. So I found out that later on. So then I patched that. But yeah, but like this is kind of where I planned around it, and then I kind of did all that. Yeah, I liked it. I like this base. I'm starting to like it more and more each and every time. Like I come back to it, like on the server kind of thing, I'm starting to like it even more than I did before. And the same thing will go when we actually do the different dimensions thing, where I want to kind of keep it somewhere. If only I could like have a miniature version of it. I think as like as a memento, that'd be kind of cool. But I think I'll keep this somewhere and I'll just use it whenever I can. So I'll be back when we're on the server. All right, so enough of that history lesson. What? Okay. XP candy. Okay. But, yeah, okay, so what were we doing last time? Oh, we were farming stuff? Okay, yeah, so what I want to do is I just want to do a bunch of gyms. I'm going to use a bunch of those gym keys. The reason why is because the reason why I want to use them specifically is because if we do end up switching to a new version where this mod doesn't actually, like, I don't want to say it doesn't exist, but where this mod isn't actually, like where this mod doesn't actually, like, have an up-to-date version, I would much rather use all these keys than not use them, so that we at least get, like, the items from them. Because I think that would be the safest option for us. And then maybe in, like, a future version, what have you kind of thing, we will go and, we'll go and make, oh, that's not what I wanted. Just do that. There you go. XP candy medium. Okay, let's just try and see what we can do here. I do have some XP candy in there. Okay, so let's just go and use this. Actually, yeah, let's just go and see what we got a hold of. All right. 35? Or should I go 45?